Hello everyone. So I am trying to hurry and finish those port keys, and I need to get these potions finished. This one I've got 9 minutes on it, should finish in the next 20 minutes. So before the event ends, and I need that, and then I'm going to need to use potions. So I'm going to come back and fight in the fortress, but I want to be able to use my Barufios when I'm fighting in the fortress. So I need to pop those last 2 port keys. Because some of the ones I had used earlier were from the previous event. So they had actually started giving things other than just energy. So I have 0.2 to go, which is kind of interesting because I had 0.2 to go on those port keys before I got my 0.25 for the day, and yet the port keys still say I need to go 0.2, and I'm getting credit for going the full amount of the day. So go figure. Then if I get time, depending, maybe I'll come back for those toadstools. So the reason that's my second in of the day is because Brett grabbed one on the way to his work this morning. So we've heard back on the car, everything but the radio. Getting all that good to go will be $400 to $500, which is not a problem at all. Considering we were thinking it would be a few thousand. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, $400 to $500. So the transmission had forgot what it was supposed to do, so it had to be sent back to school. And then there's the air intake manifold gasket is leaking, so they're gonna replace that. I am still looking on the sewing machine. I talked to my aunt who has done a lot of work in a lot of sewing work. She even helped me make my wedding dress. She worked in a clothing store for a while. The works. I don't think she ever worked completely in manufacturing, on the manufacturing side, but otherwise she did enough that she knows what she's talking about. And I told her what I needed. And she said, okay, cheap sewing machine, just grab a sewing machine. Any sewing machine you want. But your serger, you're going to want to kind of look around and stick with Bernina, maybe Fath. She wouldn't recommend any of the others. Sewing machine, she said, it doesn't really matter. You could just go with any sewing machine, probably even a used one. But don't risk it on the serger just because you need the serger for a lot more than you do the sewing machine. So that's where we're at there. Mindy's going to have some say in the sewing machine just because she does do more. So, today I'm going to go figure out some supplies for making a cutting mat. So I'll be doing that later on today. And so going and getting magnets and a piece of metal, making sure that the magnets will hold down a few pieces of cloth all at once and hold them good. A few things like that. And then we'll see where we're at. With what's left, I do have a couple different machines or places I'm looking at online for new ones, and that was my aunt's suggestion. She said, don't go used, you're just buying someone else's problems unless you know the machine already, or basically if you know the person, you're good. But don't just buy it off like Facebook Marketplace or KSL Classifieds, which is our local classifieds, things like that. Don't do that because you're just going to get yourself into trouble doing that. So that's where I'm at there. I need to look at the prices again that I've been given online and go back in and look at our local place. Good. That's what I've been driving around for. Because we have a place local that offers free repair for 2 years. And so I'm considering that, but I'm also not quite sure I think I found somewhere else that's cheaper online that may offer the same thing, but they say only if it's for home use. So I need to kind of call them and ask what in their mind home use is. So and that was what I was waiting for. Now, where are we at? We're at 44. Might as well drop it right now. Okay. Now I'm going to head back to Actually, I'll head to a different fortress since I'm in town. Or I'm in this far. We'll head to a different fortress. That I think I can make it to just as... No, I can't make it to it as quick. So we'll go to the other fortress just to be sure. Because I need time to use my potions too. So, use my potions and claim. I'm thinking of going in the top fortress, or in the top one I can get into, the Dark 3. But that's 10 minutes, so we'll have to see when I get there. Because I'd need time to go in, time to fight, and then get out and claim. So, we will have to see. And once I get that, I'm one red book away from being able to do another upgrade on in my profession. So hopefully I'll be able to get through it, because that might be enough with Burfio's going to get me a red book too. That was kind of ridiculous on the port keys though, because seriously, it was at 0.8 when I started the morning, and yet, it was at 2.8, and yet I managed to go to get my 0.25, and it didn't pop my port keys. So that was interesting. And I'm ignoring port keys because I think I figured, because that was part of my issue. So because I had some of last time's port keys, so I had to pick up some extras. So I'm thinking I'm going to leave room for port keys. If I leave room for like a certain number of port keys, maybe up to 5 port keys, and then try and make sure that when I have purple ones, that's all I walk in between, then maybe, I don't know, maybe I just won't collect port keys as the event's almost over anymore. Because that was part of it, is I couldn't tell that we had that going. Okay, 48, we'll have time. If it'll go in. Come on. Go in. Let's just do one of these, see what ends up going. Come on, I hit start. So I'm not saying much because I'm really trying to focus on what I'm doing. So hopefully I can win. Don't think it's gonna happen. Put that down just in case, but I don't think it's gonna happen. In fact, I know it's not now. Because I still have the one more. But I did finish that just in time. I hate the wolves. Honestly, the wolves, it varies. Sometimes the wolves, to me, feel better than the Death Eaters that are supposed to be hard. I mean, supposed to be neutral. Now let's get rid of all of that. Yeah, I was going to say, I know with hers I can open because it's going to be the potion I want. I guess I'll open this and take the hope. Oh, cool. It ended up one I want. Okay, now let's see. Nope, spell energy. I'll open that one. That's because they're the ones you're strong against. But for me, it's like... But I would say this elite would have taken you more than 1 or 2 hits. If you had the type of elite I had in this chamber. Just hold on to it then for someone else. I have no problems. I totally get it. I totally get that. Delete all these spell energies so when I go in the level 2 chamber, I can actually get gifts. And maybe get a good one for you. That wasn't the one I wanted. There. I know these are guaranteed in the event, but I'm trying to get bows as much as the others, so I figure I should get a lot during the event, so I'll go after whatever I can for now. Or, use these up, trying to go after bows. I think that was the one I wanted. In the registry that I was waiting on. Yep, now we're going to go up to 3. I totally get it. You've seen I've done that a number of times. Especially when I've handed my phone over. Or gotten low on energy, and then I grab it back and forget that the ends drop randomly now. I almost wish you could select to delete any gifts under this level or whatever. Automatically delete. For those of us that don't give those gifts. That's cool. This Dark Wizard is so much different than the ones in the higher chamber. There's a bow. No, I didn't want to. Last night seemed a little bit odd. So I barely saw any oddities last night at all. I mean, usually I'll have like a number at my house. I really didn't have that many. And I checked, what? I checked it 8, 9, 10, 3:30, 4. Because I was like, I had one high left I needed. And I was like, okay, I'll get that tonight easy. It took till like 3:30 or 4 to finish off my high when I checked at that time. And there were vamps out then, but it was like, geez, what happened? So I don't know if they kind of are going, in a way, extinct. Not really extinct, but reducing significantly in preparation for Community Day, or what? I will say, once I got my last high, they started showing up a bit more, but it was still like, really? That's what I'm thinking. That's all I can figure, is it's gotta be Community Day. Or the end of the event, because people needed them to, had realized that those count for high. And so, and they take a lot less to go after, and they're more guaranteed. And so they made them rare. There's another Centaur bow. Now I can go out and look at where we're at, because I'm not going to get another one in 4 seconds, so. Okay, I need the Tales of Beetle the Bard and Pokery and whatever. And I want to check something. Discord. Go here. Okay, so they do have a new Fortress reward one. Or new Fortress rewards. But, and I know they have this that gives a variety of towers, but they have one that seems to still be active. This one still seems to kind of be true too. Okay, so it looks like Runes 3 is the right one to go to. That's what I was checking. One more, then I'll go see what gifts I can give and see where I'm at on gifts. Actually, let's do this. Because these are essentials, not the ones I want to give to you, so. Now let's go see how many of my energy I've got. So. would be really cool if the serpent egg, that works. It would be real cool if the serpent egg, when you had it maxed out, turned into horned serpent. And if they dropped dragon eggs also, in whether in port keys or whatever, and they would randomly turn into a dragon if you had all the eggs maxed out. Put those in 10Ks and people would be trying to hatch 10Ks all the time. So during the events, people would use more silver keys. Because you know that's their focus, or part of their focus anyway, is getting people to use silver keys and stuff like that. They are, okay. That's good, but still, having them turn into dragons would do it even more. I think I had it there, I just probably forgot. But I'm saying having them turn into dragons, people would definitely... What one did it choose on its own there? I think what I heard is one of the issues is if you picked them up. So let's say you happen to you kept hold of a port key that you picked up at the very beginning of the game, and you open it 2 or 3 years later. It'll drop only what it would have dropped at the very beginning of the game. So basically what the port key will drop is decided before or when you pick it up, not when you open it. Which technically means that it doesn't matter what rack spurt you get, you're always going to get the very same things. No matter what of the rack spurts you select, unless what's at each rack spurt is decided at that point and where the rack spurts are. Yeah. That would be nice too if it could see what you need and say, oh, this one's full, so we aren't going to drop this in the fortress or in the eggs, and we'll choose the next thing. One more. I will say if they did that, I'd be really good with the dark arts ones. I do need to check and see if the dark arts are finally dropping stuff that would help. But I think they're not. Because I'm still loaded from Halloween with dark arts. Cool, another bow. That's good. Okay, I did not get a extravagant runestone. I have a sponsored runestone, an existimal ingredient, a dottle drought ingredient, and extravagant spell energy. What do you want? Oh, I was checking something else, too. You need spell energy. Perfect. Let me know whenever that is, because I have... That one's the easiest, been the easiest for me to come up with. There, now you have a really good energy. So, now back to this, figure out which ones. Actually, maybe I should go see what's dropping, and then I can see what ones. Port key rewards. Nope, I don't want that. I want fortress rewards. Nocturne Tom Riddles and Might is whatever. Nocturnally, we have the Graves. Yeah, I've got them all. Okay. Well, let me know if that changes, and I will, if I don't get an extravagant of the... Would you prefer extravagant spell energy or extravagant runestone? If I have both of them. I'm going to go around for some more spell energy. So I will check in a little bit what you're saying and if you answered that. Oh, I probably should start a port key going. I think I forgot to, because I was in a hurry to get to the fortress. Yep, I forgot to. Okay. Okay. The book is The Extravagant, so I will definitely... I'll send you the Extravagant runestone. Unless I don't have it, and then I'll send you the extravagant spell energy. So, that'll make it easier because sometimes I'm struggling with... You're seeing, extravagant runestone is not that common right now. And I'm not struggling as much with extravagant spell energy. I don't know if it's how much I go out, and so how much spell energy I use, which results in visiting a lot of inns, or what it is, but I'm not complaining either. Yeah, one thing I've seemed to see with the extravagant runestones is it almost depends on when you last visited that fortress. So if you're one like me that commonly goes to certain fortresses, then you're not going to get extravagant very often. So if I visit the same fortress for a while and then I go to the other fortresses, I get them again. And then it'll be a little bit and I won't get them and I won't get them and then I'll get them again. So I have to kind of judge by how many times I can go in the fortress, which fortress I want to go into is another part of it. Like when I'm with Brett and he's in a hurry, going to one of the fortresses I haven't gone to for a while is bad because I only go in once. And so I may get it once rather than 5 or 10 times. And that may be when you're finding them is when, like the weekend ones, or I don't know. I haven't figured out exactly how long about how long it seems to be before I can go to one of the other fortresses and start getting the drops again. But I totally agree that the extravagant runestone drops could be improved. My guess is because they are the red books, they're kind of stingy with them. They kind of figure they don't want people building up a ton of red books. And they know some of us, like me, that's all we need. I wish I knew if with the next lesson plans what that's gonna be. If the idea is to get everyone to max out each one of their professions, or to try to get them to, and then do a new lesson plans and maybe do different, basically if they're going to use different books or not, different things like that, or if it's better to hold on to what you got for the for when they do come out with new lesson plans. I'm gonna pull over and mark that one down. I do agree with that. I'm not sure how many spins it's taking on me It seems like my extravagant gifts are a higher drop than that. Because either that or I'm spinning a lot more than I think I am. Because I'm picking up 2 to 5 a day, it seems. Yeah. I agree with it being frustrating. Yeah, I don't know why, but it seems like the extravagant spell energy, I'm getting 2 to 5 a day. And I try not to get down below 100. Sometimes I'm at 60 to 80, depending on where I'm at with a challenge or things like that. I'm coming up here and going to find somewhere I can park because I can see 2 that need marked, I'm pretty sure. Okay, let's see. I think I can pull over here. Turn the car off for a minute so I can look at them. 6 hours, 15 minutes is this one. Not sad. I do get it though. I've been there, done that myself at times. It's like, really? So I'm thinking tomorrow I may try and hit the mall area. see what I can do about getting my dark arts, some of those leveled up. I can't remember if there's a place over there I can drop or not. And it'll depend if I'm out with Brett or not. But the positive thing is I don't think the car's going to take too long. And then I'll have my car back and I can go whenever I want. And that'll make a difference. So I think Doxies will be out Saturday. Yeah, Doxies will be out Saturday during Community Day. Oh wait, no, that's Sunday. So yeah. I forgot it's Sunday, not Saturday. Community Day for Pokemon Go is Saturday, and that's what threw me. I'll be going out for Doxies and Horned Serpents for Community Day. Luckily, Community Day starts when we're not in church. Otherwise, we wouldn't go. That's one thing, is if it's while I'm in church, I don't go. And I think that's where Jen got slightly confused. Okay, I'm going to come up here where I can log this. Rather than turn right now, I will go straight. By the way, if you do come to Logan, there is one thing your family needs to be aware of. And that's you tongues have absolutely no clue how to use a roundabout. So don't expect, if you get to a roundabout, that everyone's behaving the way they should in it. Yeah, I won't be streaming. I don't think. I'm pretty sure I won't stream. But I'll probably go out. Because yes, it's tempting, but and that makes sense about trying to get it prestiged before Community Day. Well, here it's the exact opposite. People try and go when someone's already in and there's not room to go. They almost act like it's their right to go. So, see, I wouldn't make it to prestiging to gold anyway. So, because I need too many horned serpents. So I'll wait for Community Day. I should be able to get those Community Day and then work on the gold. So, but there is one thing that they're probably not used to either. Well, I don't know. Some places get shocked when they come here. And that's, you probably know this one, but the fact that you can do U-turns almost on almost any road there is. I know a lot of people, that one seems to shock them. That you don't have to use driveways, etc. for U-turns. And in fact, I'm trying to think. I can't remember. They may be taking out the use of driveways for doing your like 3-point turns and stuff now. I don't remember. I'll have to ask my kids because one of them had an issue with that during driver's ed. Oh, I forgot what I was doing. I need to go to the other side of town for what I was gonna... No, I'll go check out this Walmart. Guess what that is? I looked down and I saw a red streamer. And it's like, I don't mind if I go after that guy while I'm driving because I don't really even have to watch. Because if I get too far away, I'll still catch him. He'll just attack me a few times, possibly. Coming up to a stoplight that's actually red, so. And now it's green. Okay, when I get here in park, I'm probably going to let you guys go. Good reason. I don't think it's going to rain here today. Our sky actually looks about like the sky looks right now. They've actually got it right for once. A few clouds, they're not the fluffy clouds, they're more the really thin clouds, but other than that, that's about what our sky looks like. So, There's a parking spot. Trying to find a parking spot here sometimes is interesting. Oh, if you come to Logan, if you do move to Logan, we have 2 Walmarts. And each one has different prices. So depending on what you're after, you go look at different Walmarts. And it's because each one caters to a different group of people. And it's kind of stupid, but that's the way it is. The one Walmart caters to the students more, and so has more supplies like that, where the other one caters to families more. So one Walmart has a bigger supply of crafts and stuff like that, where the other Walmart has a bigger supply of toys and hunting supplies and stuff like that. And it's kind of interesting. Anyway, okay. We will talk to you later. We'll talk to you later. Bye.